Hello fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. In the last episode, we started our little adventure. Actually, this is going to be a pretty big adventure, so it's not really little. And we found out that Princess Peach's voice has been stolen, along with my ability to form complete sentences. We also teamed up with Bowser after kicking the crap out of him. We're now inside his Koopa Cruiser, currently on our way to the Bean Kingdom, which is where the person that stole Princess Peach's voice is at. So, our goal right now is to get to the top of the Koopa Cruiser, where Bowser is currently waiting for us, so that we can find out exactly where we are on our little trip to the Bean Kingdom. However, first we're going to check our suitcase, which is going to be our stat screen at the same time. So if I press Y on the GameCube controller, you can now see what the suitcase kind of looks like. In the top of the screen, or at the very top, you can see how many coins we have. And like we stated in the first episode, that maxes out at 9,999. So, if you have a lot of coins and you want something to buy, make sure that you get it before it starts canceling out because you hit the maximum amount. Right next to that, though, you can see just how long we've been playing. Only 21 minutes. And 22 minutes now. and you can basically... The main part of this screen that you can obviously see is Mario and Luigi's small stat screen. You can see what their level is, how many HP they have, and we now find out that that other thing is called BP. However, we don't exactly know what that does just yet. Right here, the arrow is pointing to 3 different things that we can currently highlight. Top one is items. Items here, these are things that you can use to replenish HP and whatever BP is, and also you can use it to revive yourself. That's what the 1-up mushrooms do, although frankly, I think it's impossible to have to revive yourself outside of battle. I don't think you can actually be knocked out in the overworld. But, as you see, mushrooms and super mushrooms do pretty much the same thing, except they do more, which means that there's going to be different ranks for certain items. Right next to the arrow, on the left side of the arrow, you can see a giant mushroom. That shows that we're on the item screen. There's 2 different screens, both highlighted by the L and R button. If you press L, we're at this. Now there's a giant green thing where the mushroom was. Don't exactly know what this is yet, but we'll be finding out what that does in a couple episodes. I don't think that's going to be for a little while, though. And if you press the L button again, we're now at the key items page. Suitcase is not going to be one because it's kind of impossible to put the suitcase inside the suitcase. Right here is equipment. This is what gives us abilities to level up our certain things without actually leveling them up. As you see, Mario is wearing some work pants and Luigi is wearing some work jeans. Both of them give a nice boost to defense. If you highlight this thing, though, you can see just what they wear, and you can even switch stuff out. As you see, the colored E next to the pants represent what brother is currently wearing them, and the color of the pants themselves show what brother can wear them. So if it's green pants like this one, only Luigi can wear it. If it's red pants like this one, only Mario can wear it. If it's green and red, both brothers can wear it. So, we're gonna basically one goal of this 100% quote unquote walkthrough of an RPG is to get the best equipment possible. And you're probably wondering what that pink thing is next to the jeans. We'll find out what that is in a while. I don't remember when we get the first things of those, but we'll certainly find out in this series. Right here is Bros info. This is a little more informative than just the main stuff. Like, you can see HP and BP, but you can also see a little bit more, like their POW, which is their attack, their defense, which is obviously their defense, speed, which is how quick that they can attack with, and stash, which is a special power, which boosts the ability for lucky hits. And if you don't know what a lucky hit is, it's basically a critical hit, which will make us deal out 2 times damage, even if we do a action command, so it's like 4 times damage from a normal attack. And underneath that, you see how much experience we have and how much experience we need to level up. Yahoo! And there's Luigi's screen. And now on the sidebar of both the sidebars of this 4x3 picture, you should now be able to see the same stats that Mario and Luigi have, along with their picture that they have right here in their little mirror thing. So I'm going to be keeping track of that without actually having to come back to this all the time. It's going to be pretty hard, and I hope that it goes well, because that's a lot of stats to keep track of, and a lot of numbers to keep track of. But we've been doing this for about 5 minutes now, so let's move on to what we're supposed to be doing next, which is go through this area. talk to any of these brothers or any of these Koopa Troopa pairings with red shells and green shells, and you'll find out some stats that you can do, such as switching between brothers. I think this one talks about that one talks about the switching brothers. I think they both talk about switching brothers, which is that. These brothers will, these Koopa Troopers will talk about these arrow blocks, which are going to be something that we're going to be seeing a lot more once we get off the Koopa Cruiser. What you need to do is you need to line up a brother underneath it and another brother facing where the arrow is going to be going. For example, like this. Luigi's going to jump. Then it's going to switch to an M block, an L block. You can only hit the correct block with the correct brother, so it'll be pretty easy. The quicker you hit it, though, the more coins you can get from it, just like any normal coin block in the game. Now, if we try and progress past this thing, we're going to get a cool little cutscene.
Oh no! Oh yeah! Lucky!
So now we get a little fun game that we get to play. There's just taking pictures. You're also going to notice through this game that a lot of characters do not know who Luigi is, or even his name, such as Mr. Greenstash. You're going to see a lot of nicknames kind of like that related to Luigi. In fact, I don't even think Bowser knows Luigi's name. So he tells you not to do this. We're totally going to do that, because they do give us different poses depending on what arrow direction we pick. Creepy face, scared. There's a good picture.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to do goofy poses. You shut up. There we go. The first time I ever played this game, I thought he was being serious, so I didn't do any special poses. But as you see, when you now go to your suitcase, they got those same pictures right there where Mario and Luigi's picture should go. You do have the ability to switch these out later in the game, so if you didn't like that pose you did, you can always switch it out for something different. So we're going to go down here, get some of these items in these boxes, because the more items we have, the better off we're going to be. So if you didn't help him or told him the wrong way to go, he won't give you that one-up mushroom. So that's why I told him, because I want a one-up mushroom. That's a free item. Right now, though, we got a barrel blocking our way, with seemingly nothing inside of it. Like I said, there was nothing inside of it. So now he's going to teach us how to fight with Mario and Luigi, because we've only actually done one fight, and that was only as Mario. Ooh, the best of Bowser's elite troops. It's not like we totally defeated Bowser last episode. Very simply.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
So now we get our first actual brother fight. And you see we now have a new block that we can go to. It's item block. As you see, we have the ability to use stuff right here, just like we had before. Can't exactly use any of them though right now since we're at full stats. And of course, Bowser's elite army are Goombas. And now we have the ability to counterattack certain enemies. I mean, that fight went well. And now we get our first experience. And usually when you do a fight, or after a fight, you get experience, you get some coins, and you also might get items, which is where it says nothing currently because we didn't get any items. So that's the first enemy that we've actually done. What I'm going to be doing in subsequent episodes is that I'm going to cut out fights. I'm going to cut out the fights unless there's a new enemy that's featured in the fight, or there's something important happens. So, I might not show any other Goomba fights, although I will have to show it just because I forgot. I don't think I put up the stat screen.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Alright, so I'm also going to be showing this off. I'm going to be showing when brothers level up, and Mario only needed 7 to level up. We're now at 8. 8, a very small number. And as you see, he gets these bonuses to his current stats, and we also get the ability to level up something else with a bonus stat increase. Whatever we choose, let's level up his health. We're gonna get a little roulette machine. Let's press the button and see what we get. 1. Oh, that's terrible. Not only is that bad, but that roulette machine, the numbers will change depending on how many times you picked that certain item recently. So say you've picked HP and you want to do HP again, the next level up, the numbers are gonna be lower than what you got last time, and every time you pick HP after that, the numbers are going to decrease and decrease until you eventually only have 1s. So you can't level up the same stat over and over and over again and get maximum results. You're going to have to switch it up every time you level up. And after a couple times of leveling up something else, not only will that stat start to decrease, but the old one will start to increase. I think you can go from either 1 to 5 or 1 to 4. Future me will probably display the correct number up on the screen right now.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
So he just explained to us how we can enter battles instead of simply just running into the enemy. We can either jump on them or have them run into us, or have them run into the back guy. I think Luigi should level up right now, up to level 2. Yeah. Now Mario and Luigi, their stats level up at different rates. I think Mario levels up in power and speed quicker. And I think Luigi levels up in defense and stash quicker. I'm not exactly sure which brother leads in HP or BP. I think Mario might lead in BP, and Luigi might lead in HP. I don't know. Future me, please display again which one they're better at. Speaking of speed, Luigi suffers at speed compared to Mario, so we kind of want his speed to go up, and the one is terrible again, especially when you have the 3 ability.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Alright, so now we got them both put away. Let's head upstairs. And now, here's another save album right here. And unfortunately, our path is kind of blocked. So this is the way to the deck. However, these barrels are kind of in the way. Talk to this guy right here, and he'll tell us that this block right here activates the crane, which will get us the ability to get these barrels out of the way.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
So now we are currently in our second boss fight. 2 boss fights in 2 episodes. I think that's gonna start going away after next episode. But here we have Fawful, who is one of the best characters introduced in the Mario and Luigi series. You might have heard of him, maybe, if you haven't played any of the Mario and Luigi games, just because he is so unique in the fact that well, you saw how he talks. He talks very weird in like very broken English, and he has a bunch of very popular catchphrases that we have not really experienced yet, although Mustard of Your Doom is pretty funny. And Bowser's kind of unconscious right behind him. But as you see on his stat screen, he has actually 2 hit bars, or 2 HPs. One is for his little hat, which is called a vacuum helmet, and him, which we can't really attack until we destroy his vacuum helmet. And that first attack didn't go over so well. That one went better. So you saw that text was green. Oh, Mario cannot seem to get a good hit off of Fawful. So what Bowser just finished explaining, and I'll reiterate again, is that each enemy in this game has a tell, which informs you of what brother is going to be attacked. For Fawful, apparently his weakness is that he shouts in colors. And if he just simply would shut up, we wouldn't know which character he would be attacking, although that's also a lie because his vacuum helmet displays a little animation depending on what brother it's also attacking. Look carefully at his helmet the next time he starts attacking me, and you'll see, I think, probably a different animation. For Mario, it just simply laughs and then shoots it. For Luigi, it does a 180 and then shoots it. Like I said, vacuum helmet, we need to get rid of all the vacuum helmet's HP before we can actually start attacking Fawful. When he says this, so he's gonna attack Mario, then he does the 180 and attacks Luigi. So if whatever color he says first, that's the first brother he's going to attack. The vacuum helmet, I think, has 18 HP. I'm not sure how many more hits he needs. There we go. So now his tell is simply he's just gonna walk up to the brother and then just ram straight into them. And now Fawful himself only has 12 HP compared to his vacuum helmet's actually stronger than him in terms of HP. I don't think there's any difference in attack and defense. Then again, they don't track attack. Oh, well, there's the first time I actually failed and I actually got hurt for once. So, we have now crash landed into the Stardust Fields, and as you saw, this is also known as the Bean Bean Borderland, and we have pretty very injured Koopas scattered around here. As you see, there's a little bit more, but right here is a save album, and we're actually going to save our game now because it's been, well, we just crash landed, and we need to find out exactly where we are, and we're going to be doing that in the next episode. As soon as it finishes saving, now we can save our little pictures too. So in the next episode of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, we're going to find out exactly where we crash landed, how close are we to the Bean Bean Kingdom, where is Bowser, and where did Fawful and Kecletta go. So until next time, hopefully you enjoy.